do begin in the Middle East, where the White House continues its attempt to reach a peace deal with Iran despite a continued back and forth. The president sending Secretary of State Marco Rubio to the Middle East for a days-long diplomatic effort with allies in the region who remain skeptical on the talks with Iran. International correspondent Robert Sherman is live for us in Doha, covering it all. So, Robert, Iran's newest threats come as the Secretary of State is really trying to ease our Gulf allies' concerns.
Yeah, especially when it relates to the Strait of Hormuz, Nichole, because that is such an economic lifeline to all of these different countries, and they don't know what the future negotiations are going to hold. As Iran says they want to institute fees and tolls, well, the Western world says that they don't want to see that. Iran has said that they believe they have a right to exert control over that corridor. The Gulf states don't like that idea. I would point out is that as we keep a close tab on the Strait of Hormuz, there is something that we're monitoring here in which British maritime trade officials say that a reported attack, that's what they described it as an attack took place off of the coast of Oman. We have not gotten many details about this. Say an unknown projectile flew into a ship that was there. No environmental damage, no major damage, so to speak of. But it is something that is certainly we're keeping a very close eye on, as it is a major eyebrow raiser. Nevertheless, the trend that we've been watching over the Strait of Hormuz in the last couple of days, it's been an overwhelmingly positive one. You look at the day-by-day numbers. Well, June 24th, 70 ships going through the Strait of Hormuz, coming off of days of 31, 39. Very different conversation than we were having just 10 days ago, where only 4 or 5 ships were going through the Strait of Hormuz, though still down from the 120 to 140 vessels that we saw on a day-to-day basis before these operations kicked off here. But that is why you have the entire region watching all of this, what the future of the Strait of Hormuz will look like, because all these countries do heavily rely on the economic proceeds and the trade that goes through that waterway. Nichole.
All right, so Robert, speaking of that, I mean, Secretary Rubio has wrapped his meetings with the Gulf allies. How did everything go? What actually happens now?
Well, I mean, these are all meetings with 3 major allies, the UAE, Bahrain, and Kuwait. Just wrapped up meetings in Bahrain a short while ago, in which he was asked point blank about what kind of concerns these Gulf states have as the United States negotiates a peace deal, negotiates through this memorandum of understanding. And this is what he said. Take a listen.
I think the biggest concern is that they really just want to be informed every step along the way as we enter these negotiations at both the technical and political levels. And we want them to be involved. And we want it's helpful that Qatar is there as a mediator, but we want the views of all these countries to be reflected.
And that goes on a multitude of different fronts, whether it's the Strait of Hormuz, the nuclear ambitions, because these are all American allies that were fired upon during the war and are going to have to deal with Iran being a backyard neighbor for years and years to come, without question. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.